Hello?
Why are you texting me all day long?
Because I love you. Because I love you and I know I messed up.
You say you know you messed up, but now you're going to tell me all these reasons why everything you do is just fine, right? Is it going to be more of that? 'Cause
No.
I can't do that anymore.
No, there's not going to be more of that. But I don't want you to leave me just 'cause when I mess up. I don't leave you. I pick up with you when you mess up. I told you forever. I meant forever with you. I wasn't
Well,
kidding about how much I love you.
there's some things that you do that you're not going to do anymore if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody and you don't want to stop doing those things. So there's no relationship and no chance.
I do want to stop doing them things. I do want to.
Ah,
And I know I can stop drinking. It's nice to have a beer every now and then with a friend. And I've gotten so I don't care to go to over Tony and Wendy's
hi, how are
because
you?
huh?
Okay, like a beer once in a while with your friends is not what you do. You down 6 to 12 to 18, get on the phone, ruin my whole fucking night and week by screaming at me. That's 2 days out of the week. That's 2/7 of the time that we've spent together, and we haven't even been face to face. I can't do it, Lorne. It's getting too close to us meeting up, and you're not changing. All you're doing is giving me lip service, and you're whining like a little baby, and I can't anymore.
I'll change it completely, okay? I'll stop doing it. When I go over to Ellen's, I'll only have one or two beers with them. Is that okay? And I don't even go
No!
over to Ellen's. I don't even go over to Ellen's that often. Mm-mm. Do you want me to stop drinking completely?
You're an alcoholic. You can't just have one. You can't just have two. You can't just stop. All you're gonna do is pretend you stopped until I bust you again, and then we're gonna break up again. Not gonna do it. Go find a drunk woman who wants this kind of bullshit.
I don't want this kind of bullshit. I don't want me to be like that. I want to change. I don't want to be like that to you. I don't want you to do coke either.
I hate you for making Debbie right.
Debbie's not right. Debbie's not right about me. I know Debbie's not right about me.
Last night she said Lauren just doesn't get it. And then just now you said, do you really want me to completely stop drinking? Yes, moron. That's what I've been saying for months and months and months. You don't get it. You don't have a problem, but you can't stop no matter how hard you try. You don't need help, but you gave up on AA. You're in denial. I'm not in denial. I have a drug problem. I'm not even working on it because I like being fucking high. You have an alcohol problem. You're not going to work on it. You're just going to hide it. I don't like that. And that's not what I'm about. And I hope you have a really fun alcoholic life with another alcoholic who'll put up with that shit.
Don't give up on me. If you love me, why would you just leave me hanging? Why would you just leave me like I don't mean anything to you?
Because I tried with you. You've asked me for chances before, and I've given 11 of them. This would have been 12, but I stopped myself after I counted 11. You do it every time. It's not ever going to change, and neither are you.
It is going to change.
I had breaking point, and no amount of wedding vows are going to make me feel better about being with somebody who makes 2 nights out of my whole week miserable for me because he can't fucking control himself and he can't admit he has a problem.
I admit that I like to have a beer, or that I do like to get drunk one night a week. But I can stop that.
You won't admit that you can't help it. You won't admit that you can't
I
help
can
yourself.
help.
You
I
just
can
said
help
I
it.
can stop that. You know you can't.
I can stop it, and I know I can. I don't ever tell myself that I can't, because I know I can. I want you to be able to stop coke too. Even though you admit you have a problem, you're not stopping. And every time you do it, that's when you start teasing me and everything.
I'm not going to stop.
That's when you start teasing me, and that's when you start calling me a pedophile and all this other bullshit. Why would you not want to stop?
Because I like to be high. It's fine.
To be high off pot. Why does it have to be coke?
Why does it have
Pot
to be
makes you
beer?
laugh.
Why does it have to be more than one?
It doesn't. I can stop, and I want to stop for you, and for me, and for us. I don't want to be like that, but I don't want you to do coke and start teasing me and calling me pedophile and all of these other names that you don't do when you're not doing coke. When you smoke pot, you laugh and you're fun. When you do coke, you get vicious with words to me. I love you, and I know that we can work out. I'm willing to stop doing things.
You need to stop
I'm
calling
willing.
me.
Huh? What? Can you hear me?
Yeah?
What'd you say?
You're not getting it, Lorne. You gotta leave me alone now. You're a drunk. I don't want to be with you. You're a liar. You're in denial.
I'm a liar. I'm a liar because I mess up drinking.
You're a liar because you constantly tell me you're not drinking and you're not driving, but you're always doing both. What else do you lie about? Probably everything.
I will stop. If both of us put in what we're supposed to put in, then we
You had
really
your
shouldn't have any
chance to
problem.
stop. You've already promised to stop. You've had your chance to do so. You haven't stopped. You haven't changed. The only thing that's changed is the tone of your voice when you scream at me. Right now, you happen to be crying. Suck it up. It ain't gonna fucking happen. You fucked up. I am not interested in being with somebody who has as many problems as you. I have enough all on my own.
So I don't mean enough to you to make us work out.
You are not worth it to me. You are not worth
I'm
the work.
I'm not worth the work.
You hurt me so bad. You'll never fucking change. Your promises are worth shit.
What about your promises? You promised me you'd stop teasing me about Dan. You promised me you'd stop calling me pedophile.
Look how your
You
voice
promised...
changes when you realize that your manipulation isn't working on me. That's what I mean. Stop it. You're not
No,
going
it's
to be able
not.
to control me or my choice.
You make your choice if you want.
I did
All you want. You
already.
should be
You
able.
won't accept it.
I don't want to accept it because I believe in us. But it's quite obvious you don't. You're the one who wants to give up. You're the one that wants to give up.
You want to
After
go?
all the lies you've told me and you call me a liar. After all the lies you've told me and you call me a liar. 4 months of lies that you gave me. I still never left you.
Inconsequential. I've broken up with you. You still don't get it. You're still talking to me like I fucking care. I am not willing to work on this anymore with you. It's not going to work. You're mean to me.
Yeah, I do. I love you, and I didn't know what you wanted. It's hard for me to...
I want...
You want me to stop lying.
Oh, yeah.
I told Emma earlier today why I do that.
I don't care. Emma's stupid.
Emma helped me see some things.
Oh, yeah? What did she show you her tits?
No. No.
All right. Why not?
She knows I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with Steve Wilkos. He looks like a thumb and a penis. Those are my two favorite man parts.
No. Thought you were in love with me.
I'm not in love with anybody.
No.
I'd rather marry a dildo.
Well, you can pretend my dick's a dildo then.
I'm not marrying your dick.
No, you want to marry me then?
No. I'm just calling it because you told me that you wanted to tell me something.
You just called to say I love you? I'm trying to be funny. That was a song.
You sound like Roy.
Why do I sound like Roy?
I don't know. You just did right now. You reminded me of Roy.
Oh, my throat's sore. The reason that I lie is because of what happened with Ramona and all the shit that's happened online.
The reason that you lie is to avoid responsibility. Are you going to blame it on Ramona? Don't.
No. I'm blaming it on it was being recorded and put online. It's hard for me to get out of that habit. It's hard for me to let everything go. I've never done it before.
You lie to everybody.
No, I don't. I don't lie to everybody.
It's so easy for you to lie and make up lies. You just do it like automatically.
No, I don't do it automatic.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you do.
I try to... I don't want things about me being put online. And it worries me a lot still.
Is that your new angle? Because before the internet was a thing, you stole a bunch of money from Betty and lied about it. So it has nothing to do with being recorded and being put online. Can you just take responsibility for something at least once without blaming it on something else? Can't you?
I didn't lie about stealing money from Betty. I never meant for that to happen.
You lied by saying you were going to do work on her house and that you were going to take care of the money and make sure that it was spent the right way.
Yeah, and I wound up not spending it the right way, so that was my fault.
Right. So don't tell me that you never lied before until you met Ramona because you were afraid that you were going to get
That's
put
not
on
what I'm
the
telling you.
internet. It didn't
That's not
start
what
with
I'm telling
Ramona.
you.
Okay, look.
What I'm telling you is the reason
What
I
you're telling me
don't
is you're
play.
trying to justify your bad behavior with an excuse. Don't. Just stop
I'm
doing
telling
it. Just stop lying.
I'm going to. I'm trying to tell you why I do it to you.
You don't know why you do it. You're telling me why you think. You're telling me some bullshit that minimizes your
No.
responsibility and makes you look like a good guy so I can change my mind about you. And you're doing exactly what I hate and why I don't want to be with you. You're not just saying it sucks that I did that and I need help not doing it. You're saying, oh, well, there's a method to my madness. You see, I lie because I don't want to be recorded and put online. Really?
You don't have to believe me if you don't want.
Because it's bullshit. I don't believe bullshit.
It's not bullshit. You be recorded and put online like I was.
You told me the
See
reason
how
you
far you
lied
can trust
was
somebody
so
from
that
doing
I don't yell at you. Now you've changed the reason so you
that
can
too.
play victim again. Stop. Grow a fucking cock. And maybe your next girlfriend will treat you like a man. Take responsibility, Lorne. Be a man. Stop blaming shit on other circumstances so that you look like you have no control. Because you do.
Why don't you tell me why you're yelling at me?
Because you're doing the same shit that you say you need to change and you don't even realize it. What can I say? What can I say that makes me look not as bad? I know. I'll blame it on something else because I've been victimized in the past and I want to avoid that feeling again. No, you want to avoid getting yelled at and getting busted. Just fucking say it. Your reasons are not noble. They're for self-preservation. Just admit it. I lie so I don't get in trouble. That's the truth. I lie so I don't get in trouble with my teacher. I lie so I don't get in trouble with the cops if I'm asked if I have drugs. And I lie when I say that I'm busy because I don't want people to come over and fucking bother me. I do it because I'm selfish. Because I don't want to be held responsible for rather having taken a nap that day with my time. So nobody feels bad. Why do you lie, Lorne?
Fine. I lie because I don't want to get in trouble with you. But I also lie because of what happened to me before being recorded.
Oh my
And
God.
also, I don't want you to think that I'm mad, that I lie all the time. I don't lie all the time.
Hi. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. Good.
I will stop lying to you about things, okay?
Why don't you stop lying to yourself about things?
I don't lie to myself about things, but I don't want you to tell me that I'm lying about everything, including about how I feel about things. You might think that I'm lying about stuff when I tell you how I feel about things, but it's not always the case. If you get questions of why I feel a certain way about things, that's different. and ask me, and I'll tell you. I can tell you why, or try to figure it out. And you can help me try to figure it out or something, but don't tell me that I'm lying just to hide from something all the time. Because I know.
You just admitted that you did. And then you get
I
mad
know.
at me for telling you when I know you're lying. And then you admit the truth that you really were lying. And then you tell me not to point it out to you. Are you kidding?
Oh, don't
We're
do
talking
that.
about the things you do. You lie about drinking, about how you spend your money, about doing irresponsible stuff in general. And then you tell me that you do it because you've been victimized before and this has happened. No, Lorne, Ramona
You don't need to be
has
yelling.
nothing to do with you lying and saying that some stupid woman gave you a ride home. Okay?
Yeah, some stupid woman give me a ride. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
You mean Lynn?
Don't blame Ramona because you lied about Lynn driving you home, okay? I really am offended by that.
I just didn't.
That means you think I'm stupid.
That I didn't blame on Ramona.
Yeah, you did. You said you lied because of being recorded, okay?
No, that's
yes,
I
you
wasn't
did.
talking about
you
that.
know what, Lauren? I'm
Stop
recording this
yelling.
so I can play it back for you. Do you want me to stop it and play it back? Because I will.
I want you to stop yelling.
I want you to stop acting like what you said 5 minutes ago wasn't said and didn't come out of your mouth. I actually don't even care because you're just doing everything and you're just proving to me why
I want you to listen to me.
Was a bad idea.
Listen to me. I wasn't talking about things like me lying about Lynn giving me a ride home. I wasn't talking about shit like that. I was talking about things that you asked me about other things. Things that I don't tell you about, reasons that I don't tell you things that are different. Not excuses like that, or lies like I told you like that.
The point is your comfort level with lying so you can get what you want is very scary to me because it seems like it comes naturally to you.
No, it doesn't come naturally to me.
I
had to let you get so
just
close
heard
to me.
you lecture me for telling you that you don't feel a certain way. Don't you dare tell me that it doesn't scare me to lie so well, so easily. It'll just fall out of your mouth, Lauren. And it sounds like when you're telling the truth, you're good at it. It comes naturally to you. Lies fall out of your mouth.
No, it does not.
Yes. When somebody asks you a question, you see answering it as an opportunity to spin how somebody thinks about you. It all goes back to your previous admission that you care too much what people think and you don't like to tell people no because you care too much about what people think of you when they judge you instead of just portraying yourself like you really are a human being like everybody else with flaws.
Well, I know I'm a human being with flaws.
Yeah. Remind me to never forget to give you your mac and cheese or somebody's going to get molested, right? That's why you did what you did. Stop blaming what you do on stupid shit.
I'll talk to you about that a different time. But it's things like that.
That's what you've told us. That's what you told me.
Yeah, but that's the thing right there. The one that I actually told was actually Ramona.
You told me that too.
That's where, yeah, but that wound up online.
You put it online in a video. You did a fucking video about it. Yes, you did. I'll play it for you right now.
I did, didn't I?
Deviled eggs, mac and cheese. You run this narrative because it works for you, Lauren. I know you. And like a lot
I ain't been online so long I forgot what I have online.
Well, then stop trying to fucking spin some bullshit like that was a situation that you told Ramona this and that because of this and that. You're lying again. You're lying
again. Listen.
Holy
Jesus.
fucking
Yeah.
shit, Lorne. I am so frustrated right now.
Yeah. Well, you've got to stop your goddamn yelling.
Then stop fucking lying to me, you fucking
I'm
bastard.
not. God
Fucking
damn it.
stupid asshole.
Will you stop? I'm not lying, because I talked to Ramona about that in depth. Because I talked to Ramona a lot every fucking day when I was working.
And then
We
you
were
told
on the
me
phone
that
for
that didn't.
hours.
You were gonna say, "Oh, I just told Ramona that because this and that." No, you told the world that, Lorne, on YouTube.
I forgot though. I forgot what fucking videos I even have on there.
Then stop trying to act like it was a situational reason that you told Ramona some bullshit about mac and cheese and deviled eggs, because that is what you want people to believe. It's not my fault, Lorne. You told me that individually.
God,
you told the world that on YouTube. Stop. Stop telling me that you lied and told Ramona that because of some other reason.
I'm not lying to you. I told Ramona.
I can't hear you.
So I'm not lying when I told you that I told Ramona that, because I talked to Ramona about that a lot. She used to talk to me about a lot of things.
Yeah, and you just told me that you told her that for another reason. It wasn't because you were telling the truth. I just
Oh my gosh, stop picking me apart.
No. If I ask you a fucking question and you give me a fucking answer that doesn't make sense, I am going to bring it up to you. Stop.
Bring it up or stop yelling.
Your bullshit is not working on me and it's pissing you off. So why don't you stop filling me up with bullshit?
No, because it's like you're picking everything apart.
Give me the truth. Stop lying and you won't be confronted with a lie. Is that hard to understand? Stop fucking lying. And then you won't be asked to be held accountable. So you will have to acknowledge the truth and go through all this again. Just stop lying. Just be who you are.
I'm stopping lying. But there are things that I forget, too. And I'm not lying to you when I told you that I have talked to Ramona about it in depth. And I forgot all about me putting a video on that had that on there.
What does that have to do with anything? You were going to tell me that what you told Ramona was invalid because you only told her that because of this and that and this and that. But you told me that. Yes, you did. And I stopped you before you tried to fucking fill me with that bullshit.
Oh, my God.
Why can't you just listen and stop being defensive? You told me that's what you were prepared to do tonight, but obviously you're not at all.
Stop fucking yelling at me.
Then stop interrupting me. I am a human being and I deserve respect. And just because something makes you feel uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's your turn to interrupt me and I have to stop saying what I already began to say. This isn't Maine, okay? You're not in charge just because you have what resembles a fucking penis. And you should hear how you scream at me when you're drunk. I am not hardly even raising my voice. Oh, pregnantus, yay! I'm not even raising my voice compared to how you scream at me.
I know, I was an asshole.
I know, I don't deserve to be screamed at.
No, you don't. I've never wanted to. I've never wanted to scream at you.
I gave you my heart. You held my heart in your hand and you squeezed it every time you called me a name and insulted me. My cat's sitting on a slide. How cute. I wonder if he tried to crawl up there and then like falls down because it's too steep. Oh, that would be funny to watch a cat try to climb up a slide and he can't do it.
I'm really sorry for how I've acted.
Well, how have you acted?
When I was drunk, all the names that I called you.
Yeah, that really hurt. And I accept your apology for that. I accept your apology for that. But there's something that
I've
I
never.
see that you will never be able to change. And that is
You think it's the lies.
your feelings of self-worth. Your value for yourself is so low that you want to make yourself into a chameleon so you can blend into what everybody else expects of you. Unfortunately, that doesn't work when you have a relationship with more than one person. I know you're not perfect, and I was willing to accept you like that. All I wanted was to not to have to do so much guesswork and detective work. But with the lies and your attitude tonight about
I'm
telling me you were going to give me
gonna
a chance to hear me out, and it's not happening, it's just like, it just proves to me that we're going to be anything, we're going to be friends.
I'm going to make it so you don't have to do guesswork or you don't have to do detective work. You've got to hear me on some stuff that I say. But I get very confused sometimes.
Lauren, I think sometimes you want
to
to believe
always
your own
lying.
lies. I think
I'm not
sometimes
home. Sorry.
you lie to yourself and you believe your own lies, and then you get mad at me for not believing them. You know, like 4 weeks ago, I went to a carnival that had a Halloween theme. I couldn't get on one ride because you insisted I stay on the phone with you all night long. And then when I asked if I could get off the phone so I could get on a ride, you said, "What ride? Are you going to ride somebody's dink?"
I'm sorry that I said that. I don't remember saying that.
I know.
I don't remember that night.
It's part of a problem that you insist on ignoring that you have. You say you don't want to do these things, but you do them anyway. If
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to do
do
them. I don't want to be like that.
you know what? With the exception of Coke, if I don't want to do something, well, and the exception of waking up in the morning and not being dead, if I don't want to do something, I don't do it. The Pretzel Man, by the way, calls me battered woman. That's his nickname for me because of that day that I had to walk around with you on speaker with you screaming at me because my headset messed up. Mr. Pretzel Man. I call him Mr. Pretzel Man. He calls me battered woman.
See, when I used to drink and get drunk, I would never act like that. And I don't know what changed, how it changed. I always acted just like, I got quiet. Whenever I drank, it just got quiet.
Well, too
Just
bad
watch
that doesn't
everybody else
happen
around
anymore.
me. How?
I'm sorry, I made a smart ass joke. I said, too bad that doesn't happen anymore.
It's not a joke. It's too bad it doesn't happen anymore. That's why I'm bothered by it. Every time I try to act like I used to, I wind up acting just the opposite when I'm drunk. I try to figure out why it is that I act like that. And the only thing that I can come up with is because I'm mad about everything that I've been through.
Yeah, I get that.
I take it out on the people that I love, and that love me the most, that won't leave me.
I would like to venture to say something that you're likely to either not understand or reject outright, but I'm going to try it anyway, okay?
Yep.
You really know, you really do know that your problems are yours, that they come from how you react to whatever's happening in your environment like everybody else. You're not a victim of anybody but yourself, and you don't like yourself because of that. And sometimes you do like yourself, but when you're drunk, it takes away something very, very important. And it really does. This isn't some mumbo jumbo psychiatry bullshit written up by L. Ron Hubbard and, excuse me, John Beck and Sigmund Freud. This is real stuff, okay? When you drink, it lowers your inhibitions. It actually suppresses parts of your nervous system, and your inhibitions are one of them. So, Lauren, you're not able to lie to yourself about not being responsible because you know what you were thinking in your head and you remember. You made conscious choices to do the bad things that you've been in trouble for. And you won't forgive yourself for it because you can't. You can't even stand to think of it because you don't want to admit that about yourself because it hurts a lot. And you hate that about yourself. But it's also some place that you don't like to go to in your mind. But when you're drunk, Lauren, you can't keep that door shut. When you're drunk, the door flies off the hinges and all of your self-hatred pours into your brain and you project it onto everybody else. Because when you're drunk, that strength is removed. Just like when I'm drunk and I think I can dance, that little part of my head, oh, little pregnantes. Oh my God, a praying man just landed on me right now. I was making a good point and I totally forgot it. But anyway, deep down inside, you hate yourself. When you are sober, you think you're this great guy, and you are sometimes, but when you're drunk, you think about all the bad shit that happens to you. Some stoners fucked up to hang out with because they get stoned and they start thinking of all the bad things they've ever done and said in their lives and they get all like lame. But when you get drunk, and you think of all the bad things that's ever happened, you get mean because you really, really resent all of the situations that you were in at the time. And even more so, you resent yourself because you knew exactly what you were doing. And you know that blaming other people isn't fair because you knew what you were doing, Lauren. I have done really bad things that have hurt people. And I've cried on my knees for forgiveness in at least 2 situations, and I wasn't forgiven, and I have to live with that because I really didn't deserve it. They had a right to feel fucking pissed at me forever for what I did. Lauren, you can't apologize to yourself and work through it if you keep denying that it's even there. I know that I took up a lot of time just talking on my own, and I don't know if you were listening, but thank you for letting me say that. Go ahead and talk if you want.
No, I was listening to you. I hate that I was caught up in this thing.
Lauren, let's change your language a little bit. You hate that you wanted so much to go fuck a little girl that you risked your life and lost. Please stop saying you fucked up in anything. A tornado didn't pick you up and drop you there, baby. Jesus!
I hate that I did that. I hate that I talked like that. I hated the whole thing. I was so ashamed of myself when I get caught up in it. And I started reading the conversation when I was going through it. When I was going through it, when I was in jail, when I got my my discovery package. And then I left the butt there at the apartment. Really hate myself for that. to hear about people seeing me on TV. Christ, I never wanted that anything like that to happen in my life. And that's why today I still try to understand how I could have gotten so bad. How my head could have been so fucked up that I allowed myself to do that. And you're right, I don't forgive myself for doing it. I hate that's how I met you. I hate that's how I met Emma. Wish so bad I could go back and change everything. I don't know how to forgive myself for doing it. And it causes me so many problems in my head.
You can remind
So much
yourself.
Confusion.
You can remind yourself that you did try to do it. Thank goodness you were stopped. And then either seek to understand why you did it or not. But stop avoiding thinking about it, because the more you avoid thinking about it, the more frustration and tension is built up around that situation, because it's confusing to you and you got to make up some lie to yourself so you can live with yourself. It's really time to stop that, Lorne. You would feel so much better if you just finally were able to get some type of help from somebody that you admitted your real feelings to. And I'm not going to make you say it out loud, but you and I know what I mean about that. When I say your true feelings and what you really wanted, you know what I'm talking about. And I am not even judging you for that, because I know that there are probably some people with those thoughts that are not bad people. They just have had bad experiences and have not been able to process them, and would never, ever, 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 ever do it, and probably hate themselves for having those thoughts too. But whatever happened, that they became oriented in that way, is something that they struggle with too. I would respect you more if you just came out and owned that.
I know I was hopeful that something would happen. That I want to know all the thoughts were there, of having sex with her. And at the same time, I didn't want to. Same time, I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, because
same
it was
time, I knew what I was doing was wrong.
Yeah, you were probably scared.
I was really scared.
And then when Chris Hansen came out, you thought you were going to get your ass beat. You probably would have deserved it. I mean, if you had to choose, like, would you rather?
I would have deserved it.
Would you rather have just
I wasn't there for a good reason.
Yeah, so, like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm sharing my, but let me ask you, would you rather have had Chris Hansen beat you up, like, right there on TV, and had no cops and no charges, or would you rather have had it happen the way it happened instead?
I don't know.
I think it'd be cool to see him beat you up for doing that. Like, if it was her dad and he, like, beat your ass and he had home surveillance and put that on YouTube and made a lot of money, that would have been, like, well justified. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, it would have been well justified if it was her dad, her actual dad.
I know. If it was Paul.
if it was for the right reasons. And that's why I'm so against it, what NBC did, because they were doing things for the wrong reasons.
What if her dad was Dr. Huxtable and came out of the basement? Because remember, he was a gynecologist.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
funny. And then Bill Cosby came out and gave you his pudding pop instead of getting you arrested. That would have been better. Anyway, if NBC wasn't there, you would have found a little girl and you would have fucked her. And I know it, and you know it. And you hate that, and you want to hang on to the fact that nothing really did happen because she wasn't real. And that's what you keep hanging on to. That's why they make you write about her like she was real, because they don't know if you really ever were successful. And they don't know that even though you wouldn't do it, thinking about it, if you let yourself think about it, you get turned on. And that's not the part that I blame you for. The part I blame you for is not admitting it to yourself so you can address it, right? Because until you do that, you're still scary to me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I don't want to offend or hurt you, but I'm also not going to fucking apologize for really, really feeling that way about you.
To think about it now, I don't get turned on. To think about it then, yeah, I did. To think about it now, I just get scared thinking about it.
Well, yeah, because now you associate it with like a really traumatic thing that happened to you. I could see how that would ruin your boner.
Yeah.
But then again, you also admitted
that's why I have a hard time going through the conversation with you.
I know, baby, but you also admitted that you jacked off to the stink until Chris came out, so I don't understand.
Because then I had never done anything bad. I had never done anything. No, I had also really not planned on going there. It was a lot of talk all the time. I never really thought that I would actually go.
Okay.
I just wound up talking to her so much that I became, so I did have feelings for her, and I did want to meet her.
Yeah, you became Lorne.
I've never told anybody that one.
All you talked about was fucking, Lorne. She tried to show you a website with the funny zoo animals. I'm not going to make a joke about your mom, I promise. And you said, oh yeah, cool, want to see my dick? You wanted to meet her, but you didn't really know her, Lorne. She wasn't even a real person. All she said was K and stupid shit.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have to say it to me out loud, but if you told yourself the truth and admitted it, it'd be easier for you to get past. You didn't go because you had feelings in your heart for her. You were going to go because you finally had exactly what you wanted. A little sex partner who wasn't old enough to know better. And no matter how fucked up or anything you were at the time, it's still what you wanted. And it still got your dick hard. And you still spent a lot of time preparing, planning, dating, making sure. Fortunately, she wasn't real, but please don't insult me by trying to convince me that you were going to go get to know someone you were in love with. Because that little girl in all those 400 movies had zero personality.
That's not, I wasn't going to say that.
Good, I'm glad. Because you almost did. You started to develop feelings. You said you started to develop feelings for her. The feelings were all in your cock, Lorne. You knew she cared about you because she said it, and you weren't going to exploit that, not share it with her like an equal reciprocal relationship. That's not what you intended. And you can tell yourself that all you want.
The way they were able to keep me talking was because of the attention that they gave me. And that's what kept me talking.
Lorne, nobody forced you.
I know nobody forced me.
Listen, a little girl gives you attention because she's missing something in her life, and you spend the next month with your cock on her screen trying to convince her to masturbate for you. You did not respond to somebody who was remotely interesting at all. All you needed were a set of eyes. And you did that step. It doesn't make you look better that is the truth. That circumstance makes you dangerous. The fact that you have a victim there who's waiting,
right.
It is, because Lorne, that makes you an opportunist. You noticed somebody was willing to give you something, so you decided to do this with that opportunity. Your parents used to fight when you were a kid, right? Has that ever happened? It happened with me a lot.
No, they didn't. The only parents that I knew was Mom and Dale. I never really knew Dad.
Did they ever argue in front of you?
Oh, a little bit, but not much.
Oh, okay. Did you ever get scared after they're arguing?
No, I never got scared.
Well, my parents used to hit each other, and I would go hide in the room and turn on stuff really loud so I didn't have to hear him. And when you were talking with Kayla in the chat, her parents were fighting and she was crying and she wanted your support. And you told her to get back online so you could be there for her. And as soon as she said, "Okay, hi, I'm on," you said, "Can you see it? Can you see it?" That's what you said.
I don't remember it.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you took an opportunity. There was somebody willing to listen and be there and let you say all of those horrible things finally, and then let you do them to her. And you said they just kept me talking because they were interested. Those two things existed at the same time. Yeah, they kept you talking, Lorne, but all they did was provide pretty much a robot that typed K and happy and sad faces every few lines. Lorne, you really were a predator and she was your prey. I'm not saying that's what you are now, but I'm saying if she were real, you would have ruined her life. You would have used her little body and discarded her. And I don't think that you would have been violent with her if she had said no. I think you'd use your shit like you'd start feeling sad and trying to guilt trip her. I drove all this way. And eventually you'd leave. I really do believe that. I don't believe you'd hold her down and force her to do anything. But I only think that because you're a coward and you knew you'd get caught if you did that. As long as you were able to convince her that she was complicit in this equal relationship, you felt like it wasn't as bad. And that's why you keep saying that you cared about her and she cared about you, when the reality was you talked about nothing except for sex. And when she brought up anything else, you'd point the cam to your cock, Lorne.
I've never talked this much in depth about it with anyone.
Well, I don't know why you are with me tonight, but I'm happy that you are, because I feel like I finally have an opportunity to talk to you where you're not going to sit there and say, no, that's not true. But then another part of me is saying, you know what? He's so desperate to get back into a relationship that he's going to admit to something that he knows he can backpedal on later on once we're together.
I'm not desperate to get into a relationship. I love you, and I know I love you. I told you I wouldn't lie to you about anything. I'll try to be honest with you about things that I know, things that I don't know. You're the only one that I've ever talked this much in depth about it with, because I keep locking it out. Because I don't like thinking about it. I don't like thinking that it was me that was there. I don't like thinking that it was me that did all that talking and acted that way. I don't like thinking about it, me being the big shit that's being talked about online. That Church of God bullshit.
All of that is just embarrassment on top of your other feelings of embarrassment, and that you were unjustly imprisoned, and that you lost a part of your life because of a sting, and they made money and all of this other stuff. But all of those things, they exist together, but a correlation is not causation. Just because they provided an opportunity for you to do something doesn't mean it wasn't already in you to do it. I am so glad, if there's a God, I'm thankful to him that they did that, because those men were looking for something that really was out there, little girls who wanted attention, and the men were going to fill those holes inside of them, but not the way that the girls intended to have them filled when they agreed to meet up and let someone love them in a way that they didn't realize was going to hurt more than help. I'm glad that they did that, Lorne. If you can still love me and believe me that those people who made those arrangements saved kids from getting raped those years, and you're not mad at me about that, then maybe we can talk about something between us. But I'll be goddamned if you're going to sit there and try to convince me about things that I know a lot about, that they're not so. Because not only have I been around sex offenders my whole life and studied them and was abused by them, but now I'm getting ready to get married to somebody who could have done that. And you can't hold it against me that I want to make sure that that's really what I want. That there is enough on the good side of you to outweigh all of that stuff. And I looked really hard for it, Lorne. I really did. I gave you lots of chances to show me that the good outweighed the bad in you. But when I realized that I can't even trust what you say to be the truth, then how do I even know that the good in you exists and it's not just something else that you very cleverly lied about?
I'm not mad at them for protecting kids. I'm mad about the money that they made for doing it. It was wrong. The purpose that they did it was wrong. If it was just the police department doing it, that's what would have been right. There would have been no being mad about it.
You're mad about how the embarrassment was piled on, that it ran on TVs all over the world, and it hasn't gone away yet. You're punished for it every day, and you know that it was just one small time in your life, but unfortunately, you make it worse by deciding that nobody has to feel upset with you. You've decided that all of these people are bad for doing this because they don't know you and what a good guy you are. Well, Lorne, they're judging you based on what's been presented, and that's all true. Nobody made up any of that. Those pictures were all of you. And those phone conversations, They were all you too. That was your voice saying those things. You sounded horny as fuck. As a woman who likes to fuck, who tries to have a keen eye for when a guy sounds horny, I heard that in your voice, Lorne. That excitement, that squeal. I'm familiar with that because you've done that with me on the phone when we talk sexy. You were so fucking hard that entire month. The public shaming on top of what happened, I could see how that's hurtful, embarrassing. Nobody likes to feel embarrassed. And I'm sorry that is happening to you. Nobody wants that to happen to them, but I'm not going to say that people don't have a right to hate what you were going to do, what you had the potential to do and still have.
I'll never hurt a kid. I have a hard time even being around them now.
You don't know who you saved. You don't know how many potential rapists watched you and the embarrassment that you went through and continue to go through as they Photoshop pictures of your face on a piece of shit as you shit out your own face in YouTube videos to the tune of BG songs.
Yeah. So that's
It's immature and it's stupid. And I get it. But you know what? People don't like it when men try to fuck their children. And it makes something happen inside of most of us who like kids. And that hatred that you feel for those men who get off on the pain of their rape victims, which I still hold that you don't. You don't want to hurt them. You want to make them love you, and you want to have people admire you and love you and treat you with respect. And I don't think you'd rape a little girl with force and aggression like those guys took pride in. But when you hear them talk about that kind of stuff, that feeling that you get where you feel fucking sick, that's what people get when they think about you, Lorne. And they're thinking about a real part of you that really existed and drove your behavior that night. Be pissed off if you want.
I hate that I had it in my head to have sex with her that night.
Yeah, I know. You hate that part of yourself, and that's why you try to deny that it's even there. Because let's face it, it makes you feel better, you know, it helps get through your day and everything. But that's what I'm saying. When you get drunk, your ability to push that to the back of your head, it goes away just like your hair did. You don't have it anymore. It just pushes out with all of your behavior. You start being so rude and hateful and projecting that onto everybody else. You'll start off being a happy drunk, but then things change. And I don't know, you said you never used to be like that or whatever. All right. You told me you used to get in bar fights and that you never drank before the military. And you got in bar fights at the bar in the military.
Well,
So
there's
how
only
can you
one of
say,
them.
okay, but how can you say that you never got aggressive when you were drunk before?
Well, I didn't even swing on anyone. I started to go back after him, but then another friend of mine pushed me back and pushed me out to the hallway and up against the wall and just told me to calm down and relax.
Yeah, you have it
It was
in
the other
you,
guy
and
that,
somebody stopped you, just like with Dateline. Don't deny that you have it in you just because somebody else stopped you. Because had you not been busted, you would have done it and then saw how easy it was. And then you would have done it again.
the guy sucker punched me. Then, and after we realized that we knew each other, knew who we were, neither one of us realized that we were friends already.
Yeah, and then you slapped him in the ass with the flip-flop.
No, I got slapped in the ass with a flip-flop. That was the one in jail.
That's funny. I'm trying to make you laugh.
I was just thinking about it. I felt so bad when I hit him because he was smaller than me, but to me, it just felt like he was just a kid still. But after from being in jail all that time, and after telling him, I think I gave him 2 or 3 chances to stop. Told him, don't do that again. It came up, did it again. I was there and listen. That shit fucking stings, and I don't like it. Don't do it. And he did it again. So I think I did it 3 times. That's where it finally got to me.
You know, there's a famous psychologist named Rodney Linderman, and he said that every time you indulge in one of your vices, you lose something that makes you gorgeous. Maybe that's why you lost all your hair.
Because it made me gorgeous.
No, yeah, your hair made you gorgeous, but every time you thought about diddling a little girl, you lost her hair. That's funny. I love you guys.
No. I lost my hair because I got that from my uncles and my grandfather. They lost their hair. Except Uncle Clay, he still has some hair left. Uncle Ron did before he died. Uncle Will did before he died. It's messed up as my dad still has all of his hair. Sorry I've lied to you about things. It's hard to, even though I'm in love with you, it was hard to just completely let go.
I know, because you don't want me to think bad about you.
No, I don't.
I've done a lot of bad stuff. And I know you've probably done things that you will never, ever, ever admit to.
Like what?
I think that you've gotten a little curious before with somebody and maybe did one too many bounces on the knee or something.
No. That's something I've
Yeah,
never done.
yeah. I think
That's something I've never done.
I think you've stared. I think you've stared at younger family members with desire in their eyes and might have potentially done things to make them appear more sexual to you, like purchase them small clothes or wrestle on the floor with them.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the shorts that I bought for my niece that I didn't even know that I bought. Don't think that I'm lying about that because I did not know that I bought them. She threw them in the cart and I didn't even know when I went.
Anyway,
Specifically, but somewhere.
also on that list is when you said Xavier sent you the child porn.
Yeah, I think that was him.
There are some things that you don't remember because you just don't remember them. Maybe you don't want to, or they didn't stand out, or you didn't take interest. But you described that picture in such detail. It's stuck in your head, and I believe it comes into your brain still when you masturbate every once in a while. And I think that you jacked off then too.
No, I didn't.
And you won't admit it.
Well, when I saw that picture, I deleted it right after. And then I wound up getting into a place on the computer that I didn't know what it was.
I thought it was emailed to you.
I don't remember if it was emailed or if it was through Messenger. I don't remember which one it was. But I know when you open the picture back then, when you open the picture, you click on play, and the picture would come up.
Look, I can't hear you anymore because for some reason your voice went completely away. But you just said I wound up in a place that I didn't, and I wound up in a place you have been. You don't wind up in a place like that.
Okay. No, listen.
I did listen. Stop. Don't.
You're not listening all the way.
Not.
You're not listening all the way because I didn't finish.
Yeah, but you said that.
Yeah. Listen, please.
Yeah, don't try to double talk. I will listen, but I will listen, but do not try to tell me that you didn't just use the verbiage that you used, because we both know what it meant. Don't backpedal. That'll be another lie, and this conversation will be done. She's a sleepy baby. Aryan Nation. That's the Hitler cat. I love her. Hey, pretty. Hi, pretty kitty. How dare you wake me up from my slumber, horrible human? Okay,
are you ready to listen? When I was going through my computer one time, and I don't even remember how I got there because I'd never been in there before, and I don't remember what it was I was looking for. I was just going through the computer, and I thought that when you deleted something and you threw it in your trash, that it was deleted, that you couldn't get it back. And I wound up in a place where I think they call it cookies. I don't know if that's cookies or what the hell it is, but I wound up there, and I started clicking on pictures that I had already deleted, and that's where I saw the picture the second time. So that's when I was like, crap. That's why I deleted it again. And I never went back to it again. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Okay. So it was something that you accessed that you deleted.
Yeah, I don't know how I got there. I never was able to get into it before. So I don't know how to find my way around on a computer anyway. I get so freaking lost just looking for simple things that a lot of people can just go right to, and I'm like, how the hell did you get there? I was constantly asking them how to do things. And before that, the only thing I really ever knew to do was email and in the messenger. And I used to try to build a website of some sort, but then I'd wind up getting it all messed up. It's just like, well, without that GoDaddy, because they're so easy to set up a website. Well, that's the only reason I was able to set that website up that I set up there, because I tried to set one up before that, and I got completely lost on everything. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I can type really fast, but when it comes to finding my way around on the computer, I'm stupid.
So, I remember when you first told me about that. You told me how many pictures like that there were that you had to delete. How many were there?
That I had to delete.
Yeah.
That was the only picture that I ever had of child porn on my computer.
Yeah, but you told me it was an email, and you told me that there were multiple pictures. So that means you clicked on it and downloaded it and it saved it, right?
I did not tell you there was multiple pictures. That was the only picture that I had of child porn that was ever on my computer.
Right, but you said it was sent in an email with a bunch of pictures. You scrolled down, saw the one picture, and then deleted the email right away. Because I remember
No, it was. Well, I don't remember. I don't remember if it came in email or if it came in through the messenger box or what it came through.
Yeah, okay.
Which that's actually irrelevant anyway.
No, it's not. Because you insisted it was email. You remember things the way you want to remember them, Lauren.
Okay, well, if I told you it was email, then it was email. I don't remember exactly, but if I told you it was email, then it must have been email. But anyway, that was the only picture of child porn that I had ever had on my computer. There was never any child porn before that. When I deleted that, it went to the trash can, or the recycle bin, which was a little trash can thing. Picture of a little trash can on my computer. I remember that. And I take it, empty the trash can, and I thought that meant that it was gone completely from the computer. Then when I was just looking around on my computer and messing around and trying to figure things out, I wound up to that place where pictures came up that I had deleted from, well, not just pictures, emails and everything like that.
It was your archived thumbnails. Your archived thumbnails make it faster because dial-up at the time was very slow and computers were slow. So they would archive a thumbnail or a smaller version of a picture to help it load faster. And whenever you visit an internet site, your computer will create an archive that's not to be cleared of thumbnails, which are smaller versions of pictures. So when you go to another website, you don't have to wait for it to load for so long. So if I go to lornearmstrong.com and download a picture of your pecker, and then I delete it, because I visited Lorne Armstrong's pecker picture, my computer still saves a copy of the picture on it, so that the next time I go to lornearmstrongspecker.com, I can see it fast. See what I mean? That's what happened.
I wound up seeing it a second time, and I deleted it again.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you. I don't think that you downloaded it and kept it on your computer on purpose, and that's why you were surprised to see it again. I'm making your case for you, but you're like trying to keep yourself like defensive. I'm not trying to do that to you. I'm just saying, you and I know that you have a problem. You want to deny that it's still a problem, but I just think that your refusal to like talk about it, like right now, that's good. It's good what you're doing, but even with your therapist who is supposed to help you process all of those things, your refusal to talk about it is really to your own detriment, because it's holding you up from being able to evolve from who you are now. Even though most people like stay pretty much the same after they're grown up and everything, there's still changes that take place inside of us. And I think that all of your change for the better, ding ding, is being stunted right now.
Today was harder than yesterday. Yesterday, I kept somewhat busy building what I could of the chimney while I had the chance, but when Roy was here, it irritated me. And he knew that I was having a hard time. He'd mentioned it several times, but then he was drinking too, and it was like, gee. I talked to Mom, and then I told her, well, she said Roy was passed out on the couch last night when she got home, snoring. And I told her, I said, Mom, you got to stop thinking that you can fix him, because you're not able to fix him. I said, he's going to do this as long as you cater to him. She said, well, I'm starting to see that now. And she said, I think I'm going to have a talk with him and tell him that it's time for me and him to part ways, she said. I said, well, that's what you need to do, because he needs his ass kicked. He needs to be able to support himself. He's not doing it with you helping him out. All he's doing is stealing from you, making you stressed out, and then that's stressing everybody else out around you that cares about you. So I think she probably had a talk with him tonight. Could you hear me?
Sorry, yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
I just said that he ruins everything, and all of her family and everything like that, who don't approve of what she's doing. She's ruining her. He's ruining her relationship with them because she's trying to fix him, and they all know that she never will. And they're probably wondering if she's stupid or something, and it's probably embarrassing to her because she knows she looks stupid. So hopefully she will throw him out.
Yeah, they're getting frustrated because everybody sees what he's doing. So it was like yesterday, he lied to me yesterday and told me that Uncle Clayton said that he was fine there living with Mom. And he said it's good for your mother and to have that company. He said, yeah, it's good for her to have the company when he's sober, but not when he's drunk. And I know Uncle Clay didn't say that it's fine for him to be there. So Uncle Clay can't stand the way he acts. So when I was down there with Elton, me and Elton were talking about Roy. And Elton said, he said, I don't mind if Roy comes over and drinks, but the problem is when he starts drinking too much, he winds up getting all sentimental and saying all kinds of stupid shit that I don't want to hear when I'm drinking. I said, I know, it's irritating. And he says, then he repeats himself all the time. You there, baby? Baby, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not. We're supposed to be going, well, he was supposed to work yesterday. And this guy that he rides to work with, evidently that guy didn't go to work because he didn't feel good. So Roy didn't go to work because that guy didn't go to work. So Roy wound up drinking all day.
So Roy's going to lose his job too. He really is going to hit rock bottom. I'm glad your mom decided to throw him out before he became jobless and homeless.
Yeah, well, me and Uncle Clyde already had talked about that. We both bet that he probably won't let him keep that job any longer than 2 months.
Yeah, remember when I said 2 weeks? That was about a week ago.
Yeah.
Smart in the family. Someone who doesn't share any of your genes. It's me, Lenny. Sorry, I just thought it would be a fun time to make a funny joke.
Well, that was funny. It's sad to see him go down, but he's not stopping himself from going down. He's not doing anything to stop himself. He's trying to suck up everybody carrying him.
Well, I know somebody else like that too, who will sacrifice their own dignity and self-respect just because they think they found somebody who would make them feel cared for. Unfortunately, Roy is letting it completely destroy his life. And he's also getting catfished by a guy with a bigger cock and longer foreskin than his.
No, that's something I really just can't understand. I constantly tried to get him to give me a picture to give to you or give me her email address and tell him, all what he has to do is just check her out, and then you'll know everything, if she's real or if she's not real.
I bet
I know she's real.
He refused to give it up to you because he knows how stupid you are and how you love catfish, and he thought you were gonna take the dude away from him.
Oh God! I I would hope he would know better than that.
No, that's funny, right? I know.
I can't. I don't understand why he won't let me have a picture to give to you.
Because he knows his bullshit, Lauren. All I have to do is drop it into a reverse Google image search, pull up her real name, pull up her real Instagram, and the girl in that picture probably lives somewhere like in fucking Sacramento, California, and is a model. Her
Probably.
name's probably like Jillian Anderson, and she has red hair. And she dyed it blonde for Roy.
No, she got dark hair. I think she got dark hair. She's white. Is it dark hair? I think it's dark hair that she has. He showed me a picture of her before, but he won't. I tried to get him to send one to my phone, a message, so that way I could send it to you. I figure, well, if he won't send it to me, maybe he'll send it to my phone. But he almost did it too. He decided not to. Fucking A.
He pretended to almost do it and you fell for it. You're supposed to be a better bullshitter than that. I thought you couldn't bullshit a bullshitter. I guess that's wrong. That's funny.
Guess I'm not much of a bullshitter, huh?
I'm going to spell princess with an A.
Princess with an E.
With an A.
Oh, with an A. Why would you spell princess with an A? Princess.
Yeah, that's why he wore those pants with the backs cut off. He knew what we wanted. Even the guys were like, damn, I am surely questioning whether or not I like buttholes right now that are hairy.
Hey, my butthole's hairy.
That's what I mean. Prince made a lot of men like say, you know what, I don't like dudes, but I'd watch Prince jack off.
Oh, yeah.
He was just like a tiny little guy, like, but all of that sex that he oozed out, like, it was a different kind of masculinity and confidence that is unmatched, except for in one person that I know about, that I can't tell you his name, because you'll get really mad.
Anyway. Smart ass.
I'm going to jump onto the table, and I'm going to ask for hot tea, but you'll only have it iced. Then I'm going to kick you in the face and steal your car.
Whose?
Yours. I'm going to drive around the pedo van and say, you want some candy, little girls? And then I'll really give them candy because it's Halloween in a few hours.
Smart ass. You know, Roy did just I think it was yesterday morning when he came here. I wasn't even out of bed yet when he came here. He friggin', I was laying in bed and he came in and he threw 3 or 4 pairs of pants on my bed and said, "Yeah, you can have that." I looked at them, I threw them back, and I don't want the fucking things. They're ugly.
He was trying to give you old pants?
Yeah, his pants. Like, what the fuck I want your pants for? For the square thing.
That's stupid.
Good God.
Maybe he's planning on killing himself. It's not fun.
I'll burn them. I'll burn the fucking things. I'll throw them on the burn pit.
You should cut him short. You should cut him short and cut a tail out. And put him on Roscoe. That would be so cute.
That'd be funny as hell.
Dog wear pants picture, and I'm so tired of that.
Oh God, that'd be funny.
Maybe he is on cocaine. Every time I do cocaine, I give people my pants.
Yeah, hopefully you stop doing that though.
I know.
Oh,
Emma texted me and said, "Be nice to Lorne today." And I told her to go eat a fucking pot of beans.
Oh, God.
Every time I do cocaine, I want to take my pants off. And then I'm like, I give my pants to somebody. I'm going to smoke a rock with somebody. Enjoy a bath with some bubbly. I miss her so much. I mean, I didn't know her, but I thought she was really fucking cool and funny, even though she was a crackhead. That's okay.
Who?
Whitney Houston. Fucking Bobby Brown fucked her up. He fucked her right up. I believe it. I know all those documentaries are kind of one-sided, but she was also molested by her aunt. It's really sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hold on. Emma's calling me.
Okay.
What, bitch? Hey. What? Can you tell me what this post on Facebook is about? Oh, I forgot. Will you just delete me? I can't ever fucking do anything in private. Look, if you're going to try to hold Lorne responsible for doing shit and being truthful about it, you have to expect for the same thing to be done to you. Whatever. Did you already sell them? Yes! I gotta go. Well, okay. Hi.
Hey, what was the Facebook thing?
I can't hear you. We're breaking up.
So what was the Facebook thing?
What?
What was the Facebook thing?
Oh my god, there must be really bad connection in your area. It's like raining or snowing.
No.
Wow, hear that thunder. There's something going on outside. Anyway.
No.
These cigarettes sure are tasty. This one's minty.
What was the Facebook thing?
I can't hear you.
What was the Facebook thing?
Hello?
I know you heard me that time.
Hello?
I heard me. Hello?
Hello?
Baby, come on.
Hello? Oh, baby, come on. It's a song.
What was the Facebook thing?
I can't hear you.
What was the Facebook thing?
Why don't you fucking sit your fat, lazy ass up and stop laying on your fucking headset?
I'm not laying on my headset. My headset is
Well,
right
now
up
I
against
can
my
hear
cheek.
you. Anyway, have you
Well,
talked to Farmer?
No, what was the Facebook thing?
None of your fucking business. I am not your girlfriend anymore and not responsible to you for my behavior, whether I am or I'm not.
What'd you sell?
Why don't you eat my ass and fuck yourself at the same time?
I'll eat your ass, but
Okay, while you're doing that, fuck yourself, because I don't have to tell you anything.
What'd you sell?
I'm not going to tell you, because I know you really want to know. That's what happens when you fuck up and your girlfriend's not your girlfriend anymore. You're not allowed in on her privacy. Boom! I gotcha.
Well,
that's right.
Should be my girlfriend.
I ain't your girlfriend.
Should be my girlfriend again anyway.
No, I shouldn't.
Should.
You think one night of feigned honesty is gonna win my heart back? I am still scared to death of you. Oh my god, it's sneeze again. Excuse me.
Bless you, baby.
Okay.
You okay?
Yes. That's what sleeves are for.
Oh God.
It's a Whitney night, though. She didn't say that. Remember when Dion said, "I got your number, hussy"? That's a great line. I'm gonna listen to it right now. Fucking hell yeah, do it. Yeah, Dion. Dion's gonna tell her what's up right now. What? Okay, here it is.
I got your number, husband.
Oh my God! Did you see her face?
No.
I want to be her.
Why?
But without the Kenny Kingston bullshit.
Why?
I got your number, husband.
Oh my God, that fucking shade is Prince level. I got your number, hussy. Yeah, one more time.
I got your number, husband.
Okay, that's it. That's good. Everybody should do one of those every day. Like in the morning, you should watch that clip and then listen to Painkiller, and you'll be cool.
Why?
Because then your day can't go bad.
Why?
And it's his birthday. Get on the ground! Sorry. Not really though. And it's his birthday.
Yeah.
Marijuana. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Thank you though for trying. The egg rolls were good. Next time I'll go in and help you out. Miguel tried to make Chinese food. I told him all he can do is make beaner food. He got mad at me. Is that water? Is it good? Fresh water? If Lorne were here, he'd bring me water, but he'd probably dip his cock in it and watch me as I drank the water. That's kind of a weirdo he is. Maybe that's what Bill Cosby did. Maybe he put like the Quaalude. That's what they called it in the Inquirer. Oh, maybe he put the pill in his wiener hole and then he just dipped it in their drink trying to pretend to be cute, and that's how he slipped him the stuff. Maybe. You should ask him. Where are you going? Oh, no, you don't have to give me water. I was just kidding. Let's smoke a bowl. Oh, my God. Wow, even Miguel treats me nicer than Lorne does. Anyway, why are you sad?
Uh-huh.
Why are you sad? Why do you sound like a little, like you're all defeated? Everything's gonna be okay. We just don't need to be boyfriend and girlfriend, that's all. Excuse me for the burp. Excuse me. Pardon me. Good night.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, and you know we do.
I can't hear you.
I said, yeah, we do, and you know we do.
We do what? We do it.
We need to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
What? Is that what you got out of all of tonight? My Lord,
no,
Jesus
it isn't.
in heaven.
No, it isn't, but I love you. And you love me. There's no way that we should give up on each other like that. Just because things go wrong doesn't mean we should break up all the time. It took me a while to realize that before, but that's why I stopped breaking up with you.
Now I see. I thought that you were holding this Lorne X position because it was time, but you're really just holding it so that you would secure the budget for next year.
No. I'm trying to learn from things that I'm doing wrong.
Then why do you hang up all the time, Lorne Armstrong? That's what pisses me off most of all. You think I interrupt you when you're right and I don't want to hear what you're saying. Well, you hang up all the fucking time. Like, oh, baby.
Sometimes it's just because I get frustrated because you're tired to talk over me, and
Thank you.
I can't get a word in.
Lauren,
Sometimes it's just like last night. You just emphasized so much that you didn't want me. And, oh, that hurt me. And I couldn't stay on the phone then.
you know, Lauren. Ah, I still love you. Anyway, when you can't get a word in, it's usually because you're trying to interrupt me from discussing a very painful truth with you that you don't want to admit to or whatever. So, and you're trying to fill me full of shit. I'm not your garbage can. And I'm smarter than you think I am.
No, I know you're smart. You shock me sometimes at how smart you are.
I know. So don't try to run a bullshit story on me. I'm a human being too. And I know what it's like to not want somebody to not like you. And then to try to adjust things that you say or do around them. But eventually the real person comes out. And I'm not going to sit there and let you deny me my own intelligence after I've figured something out and you lie to me about it. And then finally the truth comes out, but after it's forced. I don't like having to do that.
I understand that too. I'm gonna explain this stuff to me.
I can hear you.
So I'm gonna explain this stuff to me today. It's like with me interrupting you when you're talking. She said, just what you need to do is just let her talk and get it out of her, and then make a time so that you can address your concerns and talk about things that are bothering you and stuff. But while she's talking, let her talk.
You're kidding, right? You don't ever do that. You just like interrupt me whenever I say something that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Well, I know, but that's out of force of habit because
you're a reactive, defensive asshole. Just say it.
Hang on a minute.
The cops are there.
No, but I'm hearing some noise out here. I had a mouse in the house the other night.
Police officer, down! Get on the ground! Get down!
I'm surprised that Roscoe and Zadie didn't hear that. I'll probably find a mouse tomorrow.
Wow, I wonder where it could hide in your clutter-free home.
Yeah. Well, so I'm telling you, the freaking bag full on. Of course, Roy can't depend on him for nothing.
I know.
Lucky that
you should be able to depend on yourself.
Well, that's not the thing. He keeps telling me that he's going to come over and help me do it. I got lucky to have him help me get the chimney blocks up there yesterday. Those weigh 100 pounds each.
Roy's going to get fired.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he is. He can't be smart enough to not go drinking and miss work. Chris said he's only had the job 2 weeks and he's already taking a day off work to drink.
Work. What?
Your dog's growling at me.
It's not my dog. It's yours.
Get our dog.
No.
You said you were getting ready to marry me.
No. We're not together.
Not yet. I won't break up with you anymore.
Well, you can't break up with me when we're not together. Oh, God. Moron.
I know. I'm such a moron. Huh?
You're stupid. Huh?
You're in love with me.
No, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I think you're a big, fat, floppy, overcooked noodle.
Yeah, and you still love me. I think you're extremely special.
I know.
And I'm trying to turn myself around and
Back that ass up
not,
onto Arnold's
not lie
wiener.
to you.
Oh, you want to lick Arnold's butthole?
I'm trying to turn myself around and not lie to you because you're really.
I can't hear you.
I said I'm going to start not lying to you because you're the only one that's outright proven to me that you're not there to screw me.
That's for damn sure. I ain't gonna fucking screw you for anything. Gross.
Okay, not in the physical sense.
Your mom's never
No,
tried to screw you, has she?
No.
Lonnie, it's time to shave the muff.
Come on now. Don't create bad pictures in my head.
Hey, you're a carpet muncher. I can imagine your mom pushing you around like your legs are the handle to a carpet cleaner, and then she like just lays down, opens her legs, and takes the hose out, and then you like fix her muffin hair. Your mouth was her Floby for her vagina hair. Remember? The suck cut? Ah! Like on the Flintstones.
But when you say that, the only one that I picture is you.
Remember when Fred and
Whenever you
Barney
say
were
anything-
smoking Winston's? My
Whenever
little
you say anything
Kirby,
about
my
you-
little Kirby, he's bald and blonde haired. You can be both. Lauren proved it.
Whenever you say anything about a woman being naked, all I think about is you. See, so then it's easy for me.
You've never seen a naked woman before.
No. I get virgin eyes.
Except for your mom. You have to see her naked. Because you're her boob hair trimmer. Oh, it'd be funny if you were. Okay, bye.
You really want to get off the phone?
I don't know.
I do have to get up.
Okay, bye.
About 4 hours. Wait a minute, please. You can call me tomorrow.
What?
Huh? What?
I'm trying not to cough. I just took a big old hit off of this bowl. That's exactly what's happening.
You call me tomorrow. Huh?
What did you say? Do I have a gaping maw? No, you do. You got a gaping maw. Instead of Mama Gwen, we're gonna call her Mama Goatsy. That's how she birthed you.
No. No, we still don't make fun of my mom.
I know, but I'm really making fun of you because you got birthed through her eyes.
At least I got birth. If I didn't get birth, you wouldn't have me.
I know.
See? Guess there was something good about it, huh?
Actually, I was thinking of how tragic it was.
Yeah, that's right. Funny. Funny, honey.
All right, well, go stick your cock in an anthill. I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go see if you can call me tomorrow.
Yeah, go to sleep and call your mom.
Go see if you can call my mom. Same time.
A lot of kids are gonna have to pass up your trailer tomorrow. And they're gonna be wanting candy, but they can't go to your house. Do you know why?
No. Because I won't allow it.
It's because you can't afford candy. You thought I was gonna say because you're a pedophile, huh? That too.
Yeah, I did. Smart ass.
Pile five.
Smart ass.
Thank you, Hitler.
Smart ass.
I know, I'm so good. Okay, bye.
Love you.
All right. Later, ghouls and goblin face.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, my princess.